obviously. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sense of Humor podcast. I'm your host, Tyler and/or Multimite, and my co-host here, Phantom Voyager or Travis. How's it going, Travis?
Oh, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good, buddy.
I'm glad to hear, man. And sorry for the early podcast. We'll also be doing one tomorrow. We unfortunately had some technical difficulties, so we're gonna try and do another episode to make up for that, so we're not missing a number or anything. But also, I came prepared with an actual topic. Since Travis suggested the idea, that was a pretty good idea. So, but yeah, let me make sure everything's working. So, you wanna?
I like coconuts on a sunny beach. And I like the smell of a misty mountain.
Yep, everything seems to be working, so we are good to go. We want to do small talk. We're already at the end of this week, so it's already been a full other week, and obviously we'll probably have small talk tomorrow too, or do we just want to move on to the actual podcast?
I just got one. Actually, I can say just one thing, and then I'll bring it back up tomorrow on a part 2 about it.
Alrighty.
Well, yeah, yesterday, before I went home, since today's my day off, obviously I'm here, there were people at work were begging me, and first of all, if people beg me, repeatedly, over and over to, stay after or, come in on my day off, I'm not going to. But if you ask me, twice, or, once in the morning and remind me right before I leave, hey, can you please come in tomorrow? I'll do it. But if you're just oh, come on, man, come on, I'm just gonna be like, dude, no, I'm not coming. And so, yeah, so they were begging me to come in tomorrow, aka today, and they're like, hey, can you come in? We got 138 tires to do tomorrow. And I go, damn, that's a bummer. And they're like, well, you're not going to come in and help us? And I go, would you come in on your day off? And they go, no. And I go, then no.
Yeah, that's such a high ask, and I feel like if I was asked that, especially since, admittedly, I'm not a huge fan of my job, I would expect, a bonus for working on my day off, too. I know that's probably greedy, or, people can call me out this way or another, whatever. Call me out, say I'm selfish, whatever. But you gotta understand, I want to enjoy the life I have outside of my job, because that's probably the most I get out of life is outside of my job. I get to do what I want rather than do what I have to survive. Because I'm not working just to work. I'm working because I have bills to pay and I have myself to take care of. And I do pay rent too. So it is for a living and everything. So yeah, no, I definitely understand that. Being asked to come in on your day off, that's always a tricky one.
Yeah.
Even with oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I would be okay with it. I really would. It's just don't ask me over and over and over again. That's just it's been like this ever since I started. Ever since I started here, they're just like, "Hey, come in on your day off, dude." And then if I say no, they try to make fun of me or try to make fun of my life, and they'd be like, "Oh, what else are you gonna do? Just stay home and play video games, or stay home and just do nothing but watch TV?" And I go, "Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do on my day off. I'm not gonna go home and want to have to do something. I'm gonna enjoy my day off."
Yeah, and I was just about to say peer pressure or being an annoyance, or just constantly picking or pushing your buttons or whatever, that. I think I've rarely ever fallen under peer pressure, because I hate it. I hate people thinking they can manipulate my emotions into making me do something that they want me to do, whereas I'm like, no, I'm good where I'm at. Like I stand where I'm standing. Like you can't really change my mind about many things, like unless you have like an actual valid argument. Because otherwise, like you said, at that point it's just like, oh, well, let's hit him in different areas instead of using logic. Let's annoy him. Let's insult him. Let's,
Yeah.
like push his buttons until he says yes. Whereas, like, for me, it's like, yeah, you can't really, like, my foot's, like, I'm planted in the dirt or whatever the saying is. Like, I'm holding my ground when it comes to, like, being told what I can and can't do or, you know, trying to be manipulated into doing something I don't want to do. It's like so easy for me to just kind of brush off and, pass off of whatever they're trying to get me to do. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, that's totally fair for your day off. For me, yeah, like I don't know. I think even for me, like it's also along the same lines of like people want to switch shifts, whereas I'm like, well, I already made plans, and you're asking me as the week's progressing, so no, sorry, can't, no can do. But for the most part, I'll be pretty chill if it's like a reasonable request, like if they have the same exact hours or something. Because like if they're like, oh, you can work less hours, and I'm like, I need more hours is the problem. So you know, but anyway, I think the only small talk I have really is next week is, well, actually two things. So next week, Phasmophobia is dropping their new map, the Diner, and I'm really
Ooh.
excited to try that. Like I'm really excited to play that. Um, and then the start of December, December 2nd. I know that's quite a few weeks away. I don't know how long, like probably 2 weeks. But anyway, that they're dropping the Destiny 2 Renegades DLC, which is the Star Wars collab slash like I don't know, because they're making it their own story, but with Star Wars inspired stuff. So I think that's really cool. Not to mention
Mm.
they're bringing back old maps, like old worlds from like Destiny 1, and
Ah,
basically reimagining them. So
the Destiny 1
I'm
part I'm
pretty
excited for.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited for that. Like me and my brother, I immediately like they sent out the weapons trailer, like showing off all the new weapons, and I was like, all right, I gotta ask for the day off. So, December 2nd, everybody, I will be streaming that day specifically for Destiny 2. And then I guess yeah, so today I started streaming Modern Warfare 2019. It's one of my favorite video game story games, and I feel like I want to do more of that. I want to do some more story games for my channel, and I think that'd be a lot of fun, especially since I'm revisiting them, just kind of going through some nostalgia and such. But also, I genuinely love the stories of a lot of the story games I have planned on showing everyone. So, but yeah, that's all I got for small talk. Any more small talk, Travis?
Not that I can think of, no.
Alrighty. Then I will get us into our topic. So last week, again, we kind of had some tech difficulties, but this time we are good. We're ready to get right into a topic because I actually came to the table with one. So I've been seeing Travis here play a lot of Hogwarts Legacy, and like while he was doing that, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago when I first saw you doing that. It's like, man, I miss like watching Harry Potter, reading Harry Potter, playing Harry Potter. So I went back and rewatched all of the Harry Potter movies for the month of October, and not to mention the new Harry Potter TV show that's coming out next year. So there's a bunch of like the wizarding world I feel like is going to make a huge comeback with the TV show in the works. We're gonna probably have 7 years of this TV show. I mean, obviously, as long as it stays successful, which I guarantee you it will. Like, there's been smaller TV shows that have, you know, made less and, kept on going for less and everything. But, like, Harry Potter's such a big franchise. Like, that's Warner Brothers' version of Star Wars, basically. Like, that's their big franchise that they're going to capitalize on. But anyway, so yeah, the topic is the Wizarding World, and I'm really excited to talk about this because, again, Travis has been playing the game. I've been watching the movies. I'm thinking about rereading the books as well because, again, supposedly the TV show is going to be a lot closer to the books. It's going to have more time to, like, it's going to give us more time with those characters to retell that story more accurately, and I'm really excited for that. But so first things first, I actually made a list and everything when you suggested this, Travis. So pretty organized again, like I rarely do this, but I wanted to make sure I made up for last week, especially with the technical difficulties. So first things first, obviously we have our Wizarding World profiles. I thought that would be a fun thing to go through real quick. And everyone in the comments, everyone that listens or watches or whatever you have like, I mean, obviously if you guys haven't, you can go to harrypotter.com. You can go take your quizzes for both, or for all three of these. Your house, your wand, and your Patronus. I think there's a couple of other activities you can do on there. You can also visit their shop where you can get a lot of their merchandise. And we're not sponsored, by the way. I'm not like freely advertising just to advertise to make money. I'm saying this genuinely because if you're a Harry Potter fan, you're going to love this website. You're going to love like doing all those fun little activities. But anyway, so first off, of course, houses. So I've done this multiple times just to make sure it's not a fluke. Like I wasn't taking a quiz and it's random and everything. So I made sure to make a second profile and do all the same answers that I did the first time to make sure, like, hey, I am supposed to be in this house. And I know that's like a weird thing to do. Like that's a weird like reassurance I wanted, but I wanted to make sure, like, I'm like, am I this house for real?
Yeah.
And I actually really like my house, but first I'll let you go. What is your house?
My house is a Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. Yeah, and I think I remember you telling me that the very first time. I think that was like when Hogwarts Legacy dropped, and we were both like really stoked about it. You streamed it a lot, and you still do, and it's really fun. And I bet like that's a lot of fun to revisit. So Gryffindor, so you're brave, courageous. What was the other qualities of a Gryffindor? It was like brave, courageous, and strong or something.
It says you probably know that some of Gryffindor's most renewed members include Albus Dumbledore and Harry Potter, but did you know the Sword of Gryffindor was made 1,000 years ago by goblins okay, that's just
I think I know what you're referring to because it will tell you characters that are in the house and like why you were probably put there.
yeah. I'm trying to find like what's the traits. It doesn't say on. I feel like it should, but it says right here. It says courage and bravery.
Okay, so yeah, so kind of along the lines of what I said. This article I found as well, it says courage, chivalry, nerve, and determination is what which is what will sort your house. So for me, and I think our whole group is relatively diverse when it comes to our houses. So like, you're a Gryffindor, Garion is a Slytherin. Andrew's a Hufflepuff, and I think Alex is also a Gryffindor. I think you and him are both Gryffindors.
I don't remember what Andrew was.
Andrew was a Hufflepuff.
Okay, so
So
you
Andrew's a
two were
Hufflepuff.
Huffles, or no, you were Raven, right? Or
Yep. So
okay,
I am a Ravenclaw. Um, so from what I understand, and I think I only fall under like one of these traits, but let me look it up just to make sure.
smart.
I wouldn't say that. So it says my characteristics should be wit, wisdom, creativity, which is the one I agree with, and intelligence, which is the one I disagree with.
Mm,
But it also, yeah, prizing learning, curiosity, and individuality. Like, I mean, I definitely like want to get good at other things, if that makes sense. Like, I pride myself on wanting to get good at either like traits I already have, or I want to learn new things to learn and grow myself, and like kind of fall under that. And
yeah,
yeah, like so,
you're just like expanding your palette a little bit.
yeah. And then since you kind of brought it to the table, I'll look this up too.
What did I bring up to the table?
Uh, let's see. Here we go. Okay, so you said some characters that were in Gryffindor. Obviously, a lot of the popular characters are in Gryffindor. Obviously, like the whole Weasley family, Harry Potter himself,
Mm,
Hermione. You got Neville. So
Ronald
I thought I would look
Weasley,
up
my favorite.
Ronald. Yep. So for Ravenclaw, I have Luna Lovegood, Gilderoy Lockhart. That's a surprise to me, actually. Phileas Flitwick, who's the short guy.
Mm,
Quirrell, Professor Quirrell was apparently in Ravenclaw. Moaning Myrtle, Cho Chang. Oh, Ollivander was a. Wait, was he?
Lavender, I
No,
feel like Lavender was
because
though.
I'm pretty sure he is. Because it also says Harry's one, and I'm like, Harry was not a Ravenclaw, so I
Uh-uh.
think this list is a little messed up. But yeah, no, I know for a fact Luna and Gilderoy were definitely. So
Yeah,
only one of those was good. Luna's pretty awesome, but yeah, Gilderoy's a little questionable. I mean, he literally tried to erase Harry and Ron's memories after finding out his dirty, dirty secret of being a fraud. Um,
yeah.
so there's that. There's our houses. There's some of our representation.
What's your
Um,
ghost? Does it say your ghost?
like my Patronus, or are you talking about
Like
like the ghost that
the
haunts
house,
my
like your house ghost?
So, so my house ghost is, and she's actually a major part in the seventh book slash movies. Like she's a huge part in part two.
Mm.
She's the daughter of Ravenclaw, Helena Ravenclaw. So she's the
Um,
one that helps Harry find the diadem, the crown that Ravenclaw wore,
yeah,
because that was one of Voldemort's Horcruxes. So she was actually an important part of the story. And then obviously Luna knew about it, so like she also helped Harry find out like, hey, this is one of the last like Horcruxes, you need to go find it. Or well, she didn't say that specifically, but she suggested that as an idea on what it might be. Because
dude.
when Harry destroyed
Uh,
what one was it? I think it was the cup. I think he destroyed. No, they because that Ron and Hermione destroyed the
yeah.
cup. What was the last one that like
Uh,
was it the locket? I think it was the
The
locket. I
locket.
think
Well, I think Ron, or I think they destroyed that with the sword. Yeah, because it was Ron, Hermione, and Harry. They were all out in the woods in the snow, and they had to open it. And I think Ron broke the locket because he saw Harry and Hermione making out or whatever. Because it like
yeah,
popped out your fear, like greatest fear or whatever.
yeah, it tried to scare him out of like breaking the locket, and obviously him being a Gryffindor, he had the courage and bravery to look past that, and he destroyed the locket. So,
Yeah.
But it was more so of like how Harry has a connection with Voldemort, and that's how he was able to find out it had something to do with Ravenclaw. I just don't remember what caused that reaction in him, because I know they went to Green to get the cup. Like, that was the first sequence of part two. So they got the cup, and then right after the cup, because they lost the sword, because that was the deal that what was the goblin's name? Griphook.
Yeah.
Griphook was like, "I'll get you in, but you have to
Give me the sword back. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the deal. They lost the sword, and then Ron came up with the idea of like, well, what if we use the basilisk fang to destroy the cup? And then that's obviously what they did.
Hmm.
But before that, like when they went into Hogwarts and they met the resistance students, like Harry was like, I need time and I need to find the something to do with Ravenclaw. Like that's the only thing I really need.
Yeah, and Luna came
Um,
up and talked to him, right?
yeah, Luna was like, well, there's the lost diadem of Ravenclaw. Like, that's the only thing that came to her mind. But, yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I can't remember what caused him to have the vision of Ravenclaw and the ghost of Helena.
Yeah, I think he was like walking around like Ravenclaw's like part of Harry Potter and or Hogwarts, I should say, and like he was walking around there, and then like in like a courtyard or whatever, he saw her and he ran up to talk to her, and she was really like not wanting to talk to anybody.
Well, so she even said to Harry, like, Harry reminded her of Tom Riddle, because Tom Riddle was the one, because like, so the diadem was, I guess, cursed with black magic, and that's why she hid it.
Hmm.
And then Voldemort came to her and was like, hey, I'll destroy it for you. And she's like, okay, well, here's where it is. And he obviously lied to her, and he turned it into a Horcrux. Um, and a lot of people are thinking maybe him killing Moaning Myrtle was him like putting that part of his soul into the Horcrux, which would make sense.
Yeah,
Again, Moaning Myrtle, as I read, was
was a Raven.
Ravenclaw, so it would make sense. So that's for houses. So here's another fun, interesting one. What is your wand? So
Oh,
it would
okay.
be the wood, the core, and the length, or you can do it in whatever order. I'll kind of like pronounce mine in a certain way, but yeah, wood, core, and the length. What is your wand?
My wand is for wood, laurel wood.
Ooh,
My
laurel wood.
Yeah, my core is unicorn hair.
Ah,
My length is 14 and a half lengths.
dang, you have a really long wand.
Yeah, it's 14 inches long. It's really long. 14 and a half is almost 15 inches.
Yeah.
And then it's like durability and everything is slightly springy and flexible.
I think mine had, yes, some, like that last part had somewhat of a similar, or wait, no, mine's different. But, so yeah, mine is a 12.5 inch Hollywood, and the core is a dragon heartstring with a surprisingly swishy type of texture, I guess, or however that description applies.
Yeah.
So I guess I can like cast spells quicker, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what surprisingly swishy would exactly mean. But yeah, no, I thought that was cool though. Like I thought I was gonna get um let's see, what is there? There's unicorn hair, there's the dragon heartstring, there's the phoenix feather, but that's like super rare.
I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm listening to, or I'm reading like what unicorn core would be like for, or like I'm reading about it.
Yeah, no, I'm reading them too. That's okay. So here there's Oh, I guess that is the only like the three base cores. So a
Oh,
unicorn hair produces the most consistent magic and is the most difficult to turn to the dark arts. It is very faithful and remains strongly attached to its owner, its first owner. So the con is not the most powerful wands on their own and can become melancholy if mishandled. So I'm assuming that just means like they're super tame if they're not handled well, I guess. Like maybe they don't cast as strong of spells unless they're like treated correctly.
which one was
So
that
for
one?
the that was the unicorn hair.
Mm, okay.
And if you do recall, that's exactly what like that's how Ollivander described it to Harry. Like, and even Harry was like, "You describe wands as like they're living things," and Ollivander replies with like, "The wand chooses the wizard. Like they partner with the wizard that like they're destined to be with." So for a dragon heartstring, so the wand with this core are capable of the most powerful magic and are the fastest to learn spells. They are the most prone to accidents, though, and can be temperamental if not handled properly. So they could probably, like Dean Finnegan, like that's kind of how I imagine the kid that, or wait, was that his name? No, Dean Thomas was the guy that first made out with Ginny, but Finnegan is the kid that always makes his like potions explode, or like he does like magic and he does it improperly so it explodes in his face. So I feel like that's the kind of core he probably has. Is he probably misuses his wand and that's why like he's constantly like causing explosions in his face and everything. So, unless you're capable, as it says, you probably will cause more accidents than, you know, actual progress, I guess, to say
Yeah.
the least. And then finally, for the Phoenix Feather, capable of the most powerful and versatile magic. The con, though, is the rarest core to find. It's notoriously finicky and takes a long time to reveal its owner. Which makes sense because Harry went through like two or three wands before getting to his actual wand.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. And he's probably the most skilled Gryffindor at Hogwarts. I don't know if he's the most skilled sorcerer. Like I know a lot of people would probably argue yes, he's the chosen one, but I don't know. I feel like we haven't really seen him face everyone in the entire school. Then again, he's been through like probably the most out of everyone. Like in the fifth one when they were making the secret like dueling club,
Yeah.
um like the students there were like surprised he even knew what a Patronus was, like how he could conjure his own Patronus. But I don't know, it kind of showed how quickly a lot of people made their Patronuses later on in that one sequence. But and then here's some other wand cores which are kind of surprising to me. So there's the basilisk horn, favored by dark wizards, of course.
Yeah.
The thestral hair, the vela hair, the thunderbird feather, and the snallygaster heartstring.
Holy crap.
Interesting. Yeah, so there's I guess these are rarer wand cores, but yeah. So that's for wands. Would you say you're kind of happy with your wand? Like, do you think that fits you? Like, or what do you say?
Yeah, I think it fits me fine.
Yeah,
I feel like if I really was in the world, that'd probably be my wand.
yeah, and I guess that's a pretty good point too. Yeah, like it chose you, so like why not let it choose you? Like instead, just if you try to fight back like Voldemort does, he ends up losing a duel to Harry while he's like barely conscious and literally protecting Hagrid while he's knocked out on his motorcycle. So
Yeah.
don't neglect your wands, people.
Oh, my ghost, I forgot to mention earlier, is nearly headless Nick.
Of course, man, most famous of the ghosts, in my opinion, at least. I hope they do more with him because he had a lot more involvement. Same with you read the books, right?
Yeah, it's been a long
Do you
time,
remember
but
Peeves?
yeah, I know Peeves, the little
Like,
snitch of Hogwarts. Yeah.
yeah, he's like the little annoying ghost. Like,
Hmm.
he's in Hogwarts Legacy too, but like the funny thing was like they cut him entirely out of the movies. Like he was supposed to be in the movies, but they cut him out. So, and I feel like they didn't do a whole lot with the ghosts like after 3. I
I
feel
was
like
about
we
to
only
say that.
really
Yeah.
saw yeah. I feel like we only really saw Nearly Headless Nick
Like,
in 1 and 2.
oh, it's not a whole lot, which is kind of a bummer because it's like the ghosts were really active and everything for a while in the first two, and then like after that, they were just like, oh yeah, it's no longer a haunted school anymore. There's no ghosts. I don't even remember seeing any ghosts in Hogwarts after those movies.
Yeah,
Like they just were kind of just like cut out.
admittedly, I do think 1 and 2 are probably the closest to their book iterations as well. Like, obviously, they cut a lot out, like, especially again, like, they cut out Peeves. In the second book, there was like a Happy Death Day, like, party, which Nearly Headless Nick invited Harry, Ron, and Hermione to.
Hmm.
And we never saw that in the second movie, so, like, there's a bunch of different things that they neglected to add or probably just didn't have time to add or whatever, which makes sense too. Like I get like a lot of movies are budgeted on time, so it only makes sense. But still I would have loved to see more and hopefully we do see that in the new TV show.
You know,
So,
another
sorry,
Harry.
go ahead.
It's just like a random Harry Potter thing that you probably already know, or some fan the people watching this already know. But like, I was watching Fantastic Beasts with my fiance because I'm trying to introduce her to the Harry Potter world. So like, I'm starting her off from literally the beginning all the way up to now, or like you know. Anyways, so we were
No,
watching.
you're right.
So we were watching it, and there's a part where it mentioned Nagini and this lady named Nagini in Fantastic Beasts. It was whenever they were in a like a form of a circus, but like full of like I guess quote unquote freaks or whatever. But she could turn herself into a snake, and if she's in that like form for too long, or she changes again, she's permanently in that form. And then I remembered, like, like they briefly say her name. They don't really say it that much in that movie. I don't think. I think they only say it like a few times. But I paused it and I went back like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, Nagini, Nagini. Why does that sound familiar? It sounds really familiar. So I looked it up and I
Yeah.
remembered that it was Voldemort's snake, Nagini. And I'm like, that's really cool that like they tied it together and that she's been like she went like up and was worked and became a Horcrux and everything and all this and the third and I'm like that's so cool, but I also feel so bad.
Well, yeah, cuz like you even see in the movie she's not necessarily a bad person at the
No,
start.
she's just
Like
lost.
yeah, and I actually looked it up to confirm like Voldemort didn't just rename another snake Nagini. That Nagini is the same Nagini in the Harry Potter series. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're correct. She's like hundreds of years old, or 100 years old, or something at least at that point. But yeah, like you were saying, she's cursed in that kind of form where like and eventually she obviously does choose the snake form over her female form
Yeah.
and she probably somehow finds Voldemort and Voldemort probably reminded her of what was the character's name?
Oh, the Obscurus.
Yeah, it was Ezra Miller's character.
Yeah, that's probably why I
Which,
don't really remember because I really don't like that actor.
well, I don't think anyone does because he's been through a lot.
Shoot, what is his name? You're getting me now, buddy. Now I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Credence
Credence.
Barebone. I think he has a different name though too, because like didn't they showed that he was a Dumbledore
Yeah,
in the third one, or well, end of the second one.
into the third.
Yeah, Grindelwald tells him that he's a Dumbledore, and like that's why the third one is called like The Secrets of Dumbledore. But
Like, is he
that was
actually
actually
Dumbledore, or was it just a lie?
no. So he is the long lost brother of Albus Dumbledore.
Mm.
But like his significance isn't that great because he does end up dying in the third one anyways. Um, but his I can't even I need to go back and rewatch those movies cuz unlike a lot of people, I don't hate those movies. I think there's a lot of potential there. I do understand what a lot of people are saying when they're like, well, it's called Fantastic Beasts and where to find them and everything, but the movie is very little about Fantastic Beasts. And sure, like Newt Scamander he's basically the Hagrid of the series, but also the main character where he has a thing for Fantastic Beasts. So I'd argue otherwise, and even the third one had to do with like the creature or whatever, like if it dies or if it's alive to tell someone like, oh, they're worthy to lead the wizarding world or whatever. I forgot like the full extent of it, but
Mhm.
basically Grindelwald wanted to become the new minister so he could start a war against the Muggles.
Yeah,
Um,
because like he wanted to get rid of the Muggles completely, basically.
yeah, so he's like the Voldemort of that time period. But and I do kind of want to get into that in just a second cuz there's so many good things that they could do and continue with that.
Oh
But
yeah.
I imagine they're going to put on a hold because they're now doing the Harry Potter TV show. But um so final thing to kind of do with Pottermore, like quiz wise, is our Patronuses. So, admittedly, I'm not a fan of my Patronus, but I will accept that it's my Patronus. So, but first things first, what is your Patronus?
Do you think you could guess what my Patronus would be?
I'm gonna guess.
I feel
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess just right now. You probably won't guess it. I was completely shocked whenever I got mine.
All right, I'm gonna ask this at least. Then, is
Okay.
it a magical creature or is it a normal creature?
It's a
Like a
normal.
normal
It's a
animal?
normal, like a our world animal.
Okay, because Gabe, my brother,
Hmm.
got super lucky. He got one of the rarest Patronuses, apparently, which is a hippogriff. He
Holy
got a
shit!
freaking hippogriff. He's
It's so
so freaking
rare.
lucky. Yeah, so, but for you, I'm going to guess it's some kind of bird. Am I on the right
Mhm.
track?
You are on the right track.
Because I think I remember you telling me once, like, I don't remember what bird. Um, is it a raven?
No,
Okay. What kind of bird is your Patronus?
it's a hummingbird.
Hummingbird. See,
Yeah.
that would be cool to me. Like I feel like just having a little like hummingbird like with its really fast wings just like at the side of your head like just kind of following you. That would be kind of cool in
Yeah.
my image. Like a character to have like a little hummingbird
And like,
companion.
I think it would be kind of cool because like, whenever I first got it, I was like, man, that's stupid. But now as time's going on, and I'm like, well, I'm like thinking like if I was on like a mission and where I had to be stealthy or whatever, I could use the little hummingbird to like scout way ahead and seek intel or whatever, and then it can come back and I can like, whatever, configure a plan or something. Or or like you said, just to have it just sitting there or like hovering right next to me would be kind of cool too. So
Can Patronuses do that?
I don't know, probably not, but I think it would be
I
cool.
mean, that'd be
I
freaking.
thought it
I
would
was
be
gonna say
cool,
that'd be
but
freaking cool because that's what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like a Patronus could be like a potential like for their world, like spirit animal, like something that um like a you kind of described, like almost like a partner or a
Sidekick.
guardian of sorts that
Yeah.
like helps you out and whatnot. I think that could be a really cool potential, and maybe in the future they will show that. They'll be like, oh yeah, the like Patronuses can do more than just fend off like Dementors, because that's what they're primarily used for, and that's what I primarily like remember them doing is like their main damage is against a Dementor, which in my opinion's like still cool because it's almost like pure good versus pure evil, because like a Dementor takes all the happiness, whereas a Patronus is what's conjured by happiness. So
Yeah.
like it's symbolic, but it's just super cool too. Um, and then yeah, I'll tell mine, and I'll even read the description on like what it describes of. But
Mhm.
I don't know why I got this one
You want me
because
to read mine? Or
yeah, read yours before I say mine, because like,
it
so what does it describe the hummingbird as?
says these tiny birds could be okay. Be careful, guys. I'm dyslexic. Um, these tiny birds are no wallflower with bright feathers and a speedy dis dis dispersion. Anyways, just like flying around. They move so fast they buzz as the only bird who can fly backwards. They shouldn't be underestimated. After all, these the greatest things can come from the smallest package.
See, and I was even gonna say this, like I feel like your Patronus would be like super fast at taking down Dementors. Like he'd be like Yondu's like needle when he
Mm.
like takes down that whole army by himself. Like I feel like that's what your hummingbird would do. It just like whip around, just like knocking out Dementors. But
Oh, wow,
um,
that'd be so cool just walking through like people like you can't go that way. There's a whole bunch of Dementors or whatever, and I just walk through like 20 Dementors, just me casually walking as my hummingbird's just flying around, whistling and buzzing around. That'd be so cool.
I was gonna say it's like, paving the way for you to keep going.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
But
Enough of me
no,
lollygagging.
you're good. Like this is what I want. I want a deep discussion with this. So this is really fun. And it sucks because we're already almost out of time too. So like
No.
I know, like I'm gonna try and get through the last questions, or at least in my opinion, the best parts
Okay.
of
Okay.
Harry Potter, and we could even do a part two at some point. But so mine is the dolphin, and
Mm.
they're playful, intelligent, and not forgetting chatty. Dolphins are a rather joyful animal as a social creature. They often swim in a pod with their fellow dolphins, always making a big splash. Your Patronus will surely be a friend for life. Okay, so I find that sweet and everything. I love that it describes a Patronus as a friend for life. I think
Yeah.
that's a really cool description. But for people who know me personally, first off, I fucking hate the ocean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I despise the ocean. Now, with that being said, could a Patronus potentially get me over the fear of the ocean? Maybe. I mean, obviously, it's a spirit thing that can travel on land regardless of what kind of creature it is, but I don't know. So, to kind of give you like almost a second chance, what Patronus would you switch to if you could? Like, if you could choose what animal you'd want rather than what you were given, what would you choose?
A grizzly bear.
Grizzly bear,
Yeah.
nice. Just a big tank of a freaking Patronus.
Yeah. It's just
That would
something
be
really
pretty cool.
massive.
So, to get creative, kind of like what we did with your hummingbird, I mean, you probably already know what I'd pick is a wolf. I
Yeah.
would love a wolf. And I like the idea that if there were other people that we knew that had the wolf Patronus, we could, like, my wolf could, like, rally all the other wolves and they'd charge together as a pack and just attack the Dementors.
That'd be cool.
I feel like that would be like a freaking awesome sequence to see, like something like that in like Harry Potter media. That would be legit because I know at least one character that has the wolf Patronus, and that's Lupin for obvious reasons. He's a
Mhm.
werewolf, so I feel like that's pretty obvious to him. And then after Tonks fell in love with him, like Snape with Lily, her Patronus became a wolf as well.
Yeah.
So that's another cool debate too, like how like your loved ones will probably share your Patronus because they provide the happiest moment in your life. So, and I mean for Harry's parents, it's rather like Harry's dad's a stag and his mom is a doe, and then Harry's Patronus is also a stag, and then Snape's was a doe because of Lily. I almost picture Snape loved Harry like a son in a sort of way, but only because half of him was Lily, but he also couldn't get over the half that was James, the guy that bullied him his whole life and then
Yeah.
like stole the girl of his dreams away from him. So I get that bitterness, but like it's almost like Snape's whole entire story is just a tragedy.
A
Like,
hundred percent.
and not to mention he did it all in secret. Like he secretly was not a bad guy, and Harry only found out when he tried the pensive the last time. But
Like imagine
um,
having to like purposely being forced to like lie and hide like the knowing fact that you could save someone's life or you know do something to prevent them from dying or like you're being forced to be mean to them even though like you know that you're not a bad person, you know you're a good person, and you know that that kid is like almost a spit image of like, well, not a spit image, but like a remembrance of someone that you did love, but you have to be mean to them. You can't take care of them when they need you. When they need you, you can't be there whenever they have no one else. Like that would just suck.
well, and also I think that's why I like Lupin so much. Is he put the Marauders, which I'm going to refer them to as, he put the Marauders' agenda against Snape aside. Like he was the only one that matured. Like I mean, obviously we never saw like James. We never saw how he reacted after Hogwarts. Like if he became good friend. Well, actually, I know for a fact him and Snape weren't friends because
Yeah.
Snape still hated James. But the question then, like, because I think they describe it in the books. I can't remember, but like I think Snape did something to James that pushed Lily away completely, and that's why she ended up falling in love with James. Not to mention they were in the same house, whereas Snape was kind of left in Slytherin. So, um, but anyway, I kind of picked a fun quiz or not quiz. I picked a fun like little question that people don't bring up enough, but when you're at Hogwarts, you can pick a pet to take with you to Hogwarts. Like you can pick one of four pets, and I mean we kind of saw that throughout the Harry Potter series, and that was another thing that I hated that they didn't add in the movies, which was in the third, technically supposed to be in the third movie, but I'll get to that in a second. But if you were to have a pet, which of these four would you pick to take with you to Hogwarts? An owl, a cat, a toad, or a rat?
Mm, a cat.
You would pick a cat?
Yeah. I don't like the toad. or a rat. I don't like those two at all. One would be too damn noisy at night. They'd both be too noisy, honestly. And one would be slimy. The other one I just couldn't look at right. An owl, it would probably just poop on me on purpose for just the fun of it, and I don't like that idea. Um, and not even just that, every time it comes over to me, like it's gonna accidentally cut me. Yeah, sure, it's gonna give me character, but I don't want that. But a cat is just gonna be warm and cuddly and probably be annoying and scream sometimes. But I feel like I'd rather just have a cat because it's something I already have, something I already know how to deal with, and I just think it'd be cool just to have like a. And like, I mean, cats are come in various sizes, so I could get like a bigger cat, or I can get a small cat. You know.
Yeah, no, that's totally true. I mean, I'm gonna say I would prefer an owl though. Um, I'm gonna look up something real quick, but so I would pick an owl because I think it'd be really cool to have a little companion that brings me my mail, and not only that,
Mm.
sends letters out as well. But also, just like I would love to watch my owl just like fly around the grounds of Hogwarts, like. And I mean, okay, so to clarify, yes, we're both American, and I know in Fantastic Beasts they have now clarified like there is American wizarding in which schools, so
Yeah.
I get that. But I'd want to be the American transfer student
Oh, 100
to
percent.
Hogwarts. I don't care if I'm the odd one out. I'm going Hogwarts. I want to be in Hogwarts.
Even if I'm that one
So,
character way in the background of the movie that's like there but never gets mentioned or talked to, like you're just there to help, but you're not actually like a part of the main crew. But I don't care. I'd still be there.
I was gonna say you'd probably be closer to the main crew than me though, like because you'd be a Gryffindor. I would have been a Ravenclaw. I would have been in a completely different house from
And
you guys.
unless if one of the things that we had to do to like survive or whatever came down to a drawing thing, I would pull you into it.
You know that's fair. I'd come in and see. I think that would be cool. Is like if I learned because in the books they described how the paintings moved and it was a type of potion. I wonder if that's possible to do with like art too. Like wizards have their own way to do like living animation, which would be actually pretty interesting.
It'd be pretty cool.
Um so yeah, and then we talked about the Patronus change. Okay, so I think we've kind of gone over the Harry Potter TV show, so I'll save that for last. So let's just go with the future of Wizarding World. So first things first, you kind of brought it up, the Fantastic Beasts. Like the fact that they might not continue where they left off is like insane to me. Like I'm curious if like I mean obviously it didn't do well in the box office from what I understand, but even still like let me look it up real quick. Like cuz I was told they were supposed to do 5 and that they might do a fourth one. But that is I don't think confirmed. Oh wait, no, here it is. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 4, the fourth installment of the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them series, which follows the adventures of Newt Scamander. So technically, yes, they could still do that, and then also do like a fifth one if they wanted to. I don't know if they would, but also, what would you think? Do you want a fourth one, or do you think the third one is where they should have left it off?
I mean, I'm okay with either or. It's like I'm cool with where they left it, and then like if they want to add it or improve it, that's cool with me, 100%. I mean, I like it either or. Um, but I'm trying to remember what did happen at the end of it to give a proper like or like a fair hearsay.
I think uh
Dumbledore is obviously not dead, and I don't
What's
really
his?
remember
Yeah, let me look it up. Like, what happened at the end of?
because I might be wrong about this. Did they like do something with Albert Dumbledore's sexuality, or did they just not really?
Well, him and Grindelwald were in love. Like they were in love, but Grindelwald chose power over love, whereas Dumbledore did the opposite. He was, I mean, heck, he was the defense against the dark arts teacher at Hogwarts,
Yeah,
whereas Grindelwald's going around being basically a wizard terrorist. Um, so, oh right, okay, so the reason for like bringing along Newt Scamander was to help him break the blood pact between him and Grindelwald because they were so in love. They had that little locket thing
yeah. And if one
that
dies,
made it
they both
preventing.
die.
Yeah, so like prevented them from damaging each other.
Yeah.
But Dumbledore knew he was like literally the only one that could like defeat Grindelwald. And here's another main plot point that like people haven't probably pointed out, or maybe they have, maybe bigger Harry Potter fans than us, but Grindelwald at this point has the Elder Wand. He has the most powerful wand currently. And Dumbledore still knows because they're so close, he's the only one to take him down.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, at the end they finally duel. Oh, that's right. Credence was Aberforth's son.
Before.
Aberforth was the brother of Dumbledore who helped Harry, Ron, and Hermione in the seventh.
Oh.
He was the guy in the mirror. That's
Yeah.
right. So, oh yeah, and that's right. Queenie and Jacob ended up getting married.
Yeah. I love those two. They're so adorable together.
Yeah, and then Newt and Tina are reunited as well. And Tina wasn't seen since the second one. Like, she, for some reason, was absent till the very end of the movie, which was weird.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, did Queenie like she joined the dark side for a little bit, right? Or did she
yeah, for
stay?
like a second, and then they did nothing with it, and then
Yeah.
she
Came back.
went back to the good side just to be with Jacob, which
Like
I guess makes sense, but
like that was
like
a heck of a
still,
that was a heck of a power play, being like, oh, you don't want me cool anymore? Cool, I'll go be with the dark side and join the big bad guy. Screw you. Like
I was
what?
gonna say
Come
just
on,
like
man.
well, and that was Jacob's whole mission. Like that whole movie was him trying to save Queenie. Newt was trying to expose Grindelwald, and then Dumbledore was to stop Grindelwald. But
Yeah.
um, so I'll kind of give a little bit of a trick question then, because I don't know if you've read the eighth book
No.
of Harry Potter. Okay, well I'm gonna say that one sucked balls. That one was the
Okay.
worst.
What was it called?
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Okay.
And it's the same stupid trope where the young, offspring of the main character who did so much in his life, lost so much in his life, is a little bratty piece of shit to their parents.
Good
And
lord.
yeah, no, I freaking hated that. Like it's the same with Naruto. Like for people who love Boruto, good for you. I hate Boruto because like Naruto is basically the ninja version of Harry. He loses both of his parents. He's hated by like the entire ninja like community up until a certain point when he saves them from pain. Like that whole scenario is just so bizarre, and the fact that his kid, same with Harry's, can just turn around and be like, "Well, you suck, like fuck you," and it's like, why? Your parent, like, obviously the parents probably could have told them why they're the way that they are, like,
Yeah.
because like with Harry, like, I mean, he lost his parents before he was born, didn't know he was a wizard till he was 11. I mean, he only ever got to see his friends like on the school year. Um, he lost Sirius Black, his only other like person that could have taken him in and raised him. Like, just such a sad, story for him. And then same with like Naruto, he lost both his parents. He has the nine-tailed fox inside of him, so everyone's scared of him and like hates him for it, even though he doesn't know what he did wrong. Like, he doesn't know why people hate him. And anyway, to get kind of back on topic and before, like, we're kind of out of time, but like I still kind of want to go a little bit, but um I think a really cool story though that they could do in terms of Harry Potter would be the Marauders. Like, to see James, Sirius, Lupin, and Peter Pettigrew all growing up together.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing how James fell in love with Lily. See how Snape slowly turned to the dark side. Like, I want to see the Marauders, but from like a mixed perspective between like either Lily and Snape or James and Snape. And then you kind of like see that rivalry grow. You see like maybe even a young Lucius Malfoy or a young like a bunch of the younger Death Eaters and like see them slowly turn. Maybe like a side story is showing like Voldemort making the Horcruxes and Dumbledore like basically going on an investigation trying to figure out what he's up to. Like, obviously he doesn't find out till the sixth movie of Harry Potter, where he has to convince Harry to convince Slughorn to give him that memory. But yeah, it's just like I feel like that would be so cool. Like, obviously it's kind of like the Star Wars prequels where like what happens because the events of Harry Potter, but to see the growth of like again James and Lily and the Marauders and Snape, like I feel like that'd be so much fun to watch. Like that has to be like super cool. Like that would be, I don't know. Like I want to see it. Like obviously it would put a new twist on a lot of the characters. Like James is an a-hole. Like he's going to be the complete opposite of Harry, and who knows, maybe Snape will be like Harry more than he's like his own dad, cuz like Harry's like a loving, like caring person. Like I mean, heck, he was trying to save Snape after he was attacked by Nagini,
No,
and
yeah,
he didn't have to do that. Like
no,
he like was literally trying to stop the bleeding, and Snape's like, "Look at me, like you need to take my tears. They'll have all the information you need." And then like his dying breath is, "You have your mother's eyes," which like
dude, that's such. That scene always made me cry, and it always will.
yeah, it's so tragic, bro. Like same with Dumbledore. Like every time Dumbledore dies, like oh my gosh, like
Okay,
so.
no offense, but like when Dumbledore died, I teared a little bit. But when Snape died, dude, I really lost it. I care about them
I
both.
mean,
I care about them both equally. It's just like it really put into perspective, like the whole time
I
you watch the movie is like you thought you knew someone, but you don't.
well, and I was gonna say like I can understand the crying for Snape more. Like I didn't. I don't think I really cry when Snape dies, but just knowing how tragic of a character he is, I can understand why someone would cry over him more than Dumbledore. Because Dumbledore was a sweet old man, and like even in his youth that we see in like Fantastic Beasts, he was
Mhm.
just a sweet guy in general. Like he's super kind to like even his enemies, from what I understand, or from what I remember in Fantastic Beasts. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I want to see more. Like I want to see maybe even like Tom Riddle's progression from like like I wouldn't say he was necessarily innocent because like even young he was kind of like a bad kid, but like um I don't know. I feel like that would be such an interesting thing to watch is his progression from just normal kid wanting to be super involved with the wizarding world to like this evil like tyrant that creates an army of other evil people. So
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
but yeah. But that is unfortunately the end. I hate to say it, but oh my gosh, yeah, this was probably like this was definitely an improvement from what I came up with last week. So I'm glad we got a second try and maybe it was meant to be. So thank you everybody so much for watching and or listening. If you guys have not already, please go check out Phantom Voyager, exactly how it is on the screen, on both Twitch, and then his YouTube channel is Griffin Shock. If you want to go check that out as well. If you guys know me, I'm just Multimite. It's spelled in various different ways. I have most of the links on this Twitch channel here, though. And then go check out our podcast channel, our YouTube channel, where you can watch previous episodes. Again, also like on this channel, it has a link to our podcast channel, so go check that out. But yeah, and let us know what you guys like and feel about it. Like, I mean, obviously there's the like Harry Potter, for example, like tell us your house, tell us your wand core, tell us your Patronus. Like just have fun in the group chat, in the chat below, like in the comment section. Interact with yourselves. Like I think that's kind of a point me and Voyager here want to do, is like we want to kind of create a community, whether that's through our gaming channels or through our podcast. So yeah, socialize, get to know people, have fun with it, and if not, just tell us, and maybe we'll like read the comments of one of our episodes or something, and we'll just have fun with it. But yeah, other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Or do you have any last words, actually?
Not really. No, just make sure you guys go follow him on Twitch and drop a follow and subscribe to his YouTube channel. But other than that,
Appreciate it.
I can't really think of anything, buddy. Can you?
Nope, that's all I got.
Okay. Alright, thank you.
Alrighty, we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.